Hey, John, I don't know if you noticed, but we are being joined today by the esteemed Scott the Waz. Weirdly going under the moniker of Ash Paulson. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
Scott/Ash, welcome to our top 10 Wii U games of all time. Yeah, I saw all the requests. People really wanted Scott for this one. The scheduling of this is always all over the place. There is no way to nail down Scott and be like, yes, we
Yeah.
can do it this
Yeah.
time exactly.
You're gonna have to settle for me. I apologize, everybody.
Scott the Ash. I like it. Or
There
Ash
you go.
Scott.
There you go. Yeah.
But yes, we are finally here to talk about the top 10 Wii U games of all time. And this one's going to be quite interesting, if only because of the Switch. Like, where did people end up going with this one? Did they vote for games based on what was on the Wii U? Did they vote for games based on what eventually came to the Switch? It's hard to say. And I don't even know if the results will exactly reveal that. That's the thing.
With my own personal voting, like there are definitely games that define the Wii U, but a few of them I left off just because I felt like they were much better on the Switch. Like 3D World would have been a lot higher had Bowser's Fury not exist, because the Switch version, it's faster, has online play. It's got all these improvements to the point where I don't know if the Wii U original really is a top 10 of that system anymore.
True, but it also comes down to a balancing is if you want 3D World to be considered for the final, when we finally go for the top 10 of all time, do you think it has a chance of getting into the top 10 on the Switch when it's so much more competitive?
Yeah, good point.
There's a lot of voting tactics.
For my voting, I've been following the same rules the whole time, which is if I played the game originally on that console, I voted for it for that console. So I didn't consider Chrono Trigger for the DS voting, for example, right? I only considered it for Super Nintendo. For 3D World, for me, I've considered it for Wii U. Even though I agree it's better on Switch, I still considered it for Wii U though, and Switch is for Switch games for me.
And that's what I did as well. I went with what I associated with the Wii U more than anything else. I tried to keep that in mind as when I was going through. It's tough, and I don't blame anybody for their voting tactics.
Right.
It is what it is. Everybody has a little bit of different stuff, but we'll just have to see where it all ends up. However, the range of Wii U titles, oh man, it really does give you a sense of just what this generation was like. And it didn't seem that bad at the time. I felt like there was like enough to cover, enough to keep you going on the Wii U. But looking back at it, it's like, ooh, that was a little rough at times.
Yeah.
Because, well, we got 1,480 total votes for the Wii U, covering only 181 different games.
Jeez,
Wow.
So barely even a top 100 if you were to push for that many, but that's scraping the library at that point. The Wii U has really good games. I think the Switch has proven that. A lot of the Switch's library is owed to the Wii U. And even at the time, like Tropical Freeze, always amazing. Mario Kart 8, always amazing. There's always been stellar games. There's never really been that variety though. When you're a Wii U fan, if that game from that season didn't interest you, you're kind of out of things to play for the next few months.
Right.
And that's not the case anymore. Now it's like a game every month. Third parties are involved as well. Indies are thriving. It's a very different era.
Very much so. So
yep.
I'm curious what you guys will say for our top 10. And well, let's get right to it with number 10. John, Ash, what is our number 10 Wii U game of all time?
Oh, man. I'll go out there and say New Super Mario Brothers U.
Yeah. I mean, Luigi U is a banger.
So it is.
That.
And I did combine the two.
Okay, yeah.
They're just all one game.
I'll say... I hope this is higher, but Captain Toad.
Oh, good one.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Okay. At number 10, I was honestly hoping this wouldn't make the list, but it did. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
I mean, I believe that some people played this on Wii U via an emulator. I don't think that many people actually played it on the system. It sold like 1 million, which isn't that bad, but the Switch version sold like 30 million. I think people mostly voted by association rather than the actual experience.
Yeah, I saw it up there as crawling, and I was just like, oh, please no. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, it's guaranteed. It's one of the few games I'd say is guaranteed to make the top 10 on the Switch list.
Absolutely.
We'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll be surprised by it. But I did pick up Breath of the Wild on Wii U and only barely played a bit of it just because literally just to do a comparison video.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not a bad version of the game. It's actually quite impressive that they squeezed in, a world as big as that on the Wii U.
True.
It's the exact same game. There's no new content. You even got the DLC down the line. But I just don't think this is where people really played it. Like, no one really associates Breath of the Wild with Wii U. When you think Breath of the Wild, you think back to that day one of being like, whoa, this is a handheld, like playing this world. You don't really think about
exactly.
Oh, I can shift it from gamepad to TV, but not at the same time. Like, you don't think about that stuff.
It is really impressive that they got it running on Wii U at all, like you said, and when you really think about it. But yeah, it's just not a game that I associate with Wii U. So I'm a little bummed to see it here because, as you said, Derek, it is guaranteed, not even practically guaranteed. Guaranteed
it's already on there.
Yeah.
The votes.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the votes. We know it's on there.
We know exactly. Yeah.
As far as I remember, Minetta, there was. I don't think there was any gamepad functionality.
No, it was black. It was just a change from TV to gamepad button. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, again, it plays fine. And Breath of the Wild, great game. Obviously, great game.
Yeah.
And technically impressive to be on here. It's just one of those things. Is like. I wanted Wii U to be a focus on Wii U games or Wii U associated games, and this is probably least. I feel bad because I'm mostly using this spot to complain, but we'll have a chance to talk about the greatness of Breath of the Wild later.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it is a fantastic game, and I think our thoughts are best reserved for the Switch video because that's where it's really associated with. But it is.
Watch us get to the Switch video and it not be in the top 10. And be like,
yeah, can you imagine?
Right? Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something that the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild was in consideration for the top 10 games of all time, but not the Switch version? That'd be weird.
That would be funny.
Oh goodness. I mean, again, impressive they got it going. I know it's always meant for the Wii U, but it's definitely probably more. Well, it's absolutely more impressive on the Switch.
And what also sucks too is that the top 10 Switch games, that's going to take two spots because we know that both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are going to be there. Yeah. So it's like,
yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening. But yes, Breath of the Wild on the Wii U at number 10.
Okay.
Let's see, things get changed up a bit though with number 9. Breath of the Wild got 3,552 points, and number 9 beat it out by 60 points.
That's a lot of points, by the way, for number 10 slot.
Yeah, it's again a lot of votes, but not a lot of games, so it's a highly concentrated dose.
I like the Pokken talk going in live audience. I loved Pokken. That seems like a good number 9.
That's a good one. I think I'll stick with the Zelda realm and say Hyrule Warriors.
Ooh, yeah, good pick too.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right. At number 9, it is neither of those games. Instead, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
That is actually shocking, to be honest.
Yeah.
That felt like an easy top 3.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking top 5 myself. I thought it would be a little higher on this list. Yeah.
I can see people wanting it to be higher, expecting it to be higher, but Xenoblade Chronicles X was always a bit of a black sheep. It took a while.
That was the Wii U, though.
Yeah,
black sheep on a black sheep.
It is Wii U. Yeah, true. And I don't know if it got a bump from it being on the Switch recently. I don't know. It's hard to tell when it comes to that. I'm not sure, but this is my favorite game on the Wii U, bar none. This is the Wii U to me.
When I think Wii U, I think Xenoblade X, Splatoon, and probably Mario Maker. Like those are the 3 games that come to mind. This just it pushed the system. It was one of those. It was one of the few big games, that one you can just play for hours and hours and hours.
Right.
Because Wii U had a lot of platformers, great platformers, but that you blow through them and they're kind of done. You can play them again, but that's it. Xenoblade you can just keep chipping away at, and to this day, Mira is like still one of the coolest open worlds ever made. And the structure was really different to other RPGs where like there's a linear story to it, but the story is mostly about pushing you to be open, which is so different from the first Xenoblade and so different to most JRPGs in general.
Yeah.
And it just felt like it was constantly evolving. It's like it felt like you're part of a greater whole. And there was some jank to it, and they definitely improved upon that jank a bit in the Switch version. But I've always thought this was just cool as hell.
Yeah,
I didn't feel as though I could count this for my list because I only played it for the first time recently on Switch, so I didn't really count it for Wii U. But of course, if I had played it back then, it would have made my top 5 for sure. One thing that really stood out to me about this game is the insane quality of the side quest writing, like the NPC text box writing. Some of it is genuinely funny, and then some of it is like genuinely, whoa, this is dark. Like, what the hell? Like, this game goes places you don't expect.
And I think that's the key part of Xenoblade X. The thing I tried to emphasize when X was coming out on the Switch is that this is a side quest game. You're going to get the meat of your experience from side quests, the writing there, what you do there, how this world expands is so much more involving when you take it from the idea of lots of side quests. If you just crit path this through the main story, you're missing out on a ton.
Yeah, it's not the point.
Yeah.
And I appreciate too, while Skells are kind of using cutscenes a lot from the beginning, I like the scope creep it kind of introduces, because you explore everything on foot first, and you get to appreciate just how big this world really is. Because when you are soaring around in your Skell, it doesn't feel that big because you're just zooming around like from biome to biome with no loading screens, which is really impressive. But I think if you had them from the start, you'd be like, oh, this isn't that big. But the fact you have to actually explore everywhere first before getting your Skells really makes you appreciate how minuscule you are in this just sprawling planet. And I think and you're always like you're waiting for the point where you get those Skells because you know they're coming. So there's just this little carrot on a stick waiting for you, and it works so well.
And in between that, you get the vehicle Skells before you get the flying Skells.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a midpoint where you're like, okay, my scope of exploration and my speed of exploration is enhanced a little bit, but you still don't fully appreciate it until you get the flight module.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the music also. Jeez, that soundtrack is so good. God. So diverse.
Very esoteric in a lot of ways too, but it still works. And yeah. This is the game also why I bought a external hard drive for my Wii U because you needed that download in order for it to play decently well on this Wii U.
That's right. Because the Wii U read speeds weren't good enough.
Yeah.
So happy it made this list. I highly doubt it's going to make the Switch list of this. And again, I associate this game much more with the Wii U, even though X on Switch is the better version. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Right.
Xenoblade Chronicles X at number 9. Let's go ahead and move on to our number 8 Wii U game of all time, beating out X by 290 points.
Damn, that's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go back to the new Super Mario Brothers / Luigi U. Mine.
Yeah, they're good choices. I'd be kind of mad if they're any higher than this.
I agree.
Yeah, I like the guess of Pokken earlier, but I think with Xenoblade X being rather low, that's kind of changed my expectations for where things are going to be.
Right.
So I'm going to say a game that I think should be way higher, but maybe won't be. Bayonetta 2.
Oh, good one.
All right. At number 8, it is not Bayonetta 2, and it is not New Super Mario Brothers U. Instead, it is Pikmin 3.
Oh,
the Pikmin fans didn't cite their Reddit this time, and
I guess
for the votes.
I mean, maybe they just knew that Pikmin would make the top 10 on this one. I have still not played this one. I want to.
Same.
However, it's very good.
I have played it. I have played this one. It's great.
It looks gorgeous. Like it looks beautiful. It's one of those that's always been on the list, but I think I had this weird thing of wanting to play games in release order, and I hadn't played Pikmin 2 yet, so I skipped out on Pikmin 3. Now I have played Pikmin 2, so now I need to play Pikmin 3 so I can play Pikmin 4.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
4 is fantastic as well. 3, I feel like it's a middle ground between 1 and 2, mostly favoring 1's design philosophy. There's not that much of a time pressure like 1, but you do have that sort of time limit. It's about doing everything you can, but yeah, there's no real dread chasing you to the end of the game though.
Mhm.
But it is utterly gorgeous. Like, still some of the best fruit rendering I've ever seen in a game. And then you
Yeah.
get like the juicing scene, which is just this. I don't know how they did it, but like the liquid physics that they nailed on the Wii U were way ahead of their time. But it's a brilliant multiplayer game actually, because it has like bingo battle.
I've
which is
always
a
heard good
split-screen
things
mode.
about a bingo battle. What
It's-
is bingo battle?
It's basically you get a bingo card of things to do in the level,
Oh,
and you've
okay.
got to do them
Oh,
before
that's
the other
fun.
person and
Okay.
get a bingo. And it's just really, really well done, really addictive. The main story's fantastic, but then there's just a whole lot of more reasons to keep coming back. There's like a mission mode as well, and there was also there's a DLC pack specifically for Christmas with one of the best pizza renderings I've ever seen in my life. There's like a pizza box on the table with an open pizza, and you can walk over it. And they just nailed their food rendering for this one. I don't know how they did it, but yeah, the fruits and the pizza looks great in this.
I love that.
Amazing.
I'd be curious to compare the food models to Final Fantasy 15, since that was like a thing that game was known
It
for.
might rival it. It might rival it.
That's so cool. The only Pikmin I've played is a little bit of 1 and a little bit of 4, so I can't comment too much here. I never got too into Pikmin, but I know people love this game, and I'm not surprised to see it in the top 10.
How much did having 3 protagonists change up the gameplay, John?
A decent amount. So you can throw them as if they are Pikmin. So like if there's a high up edge, you can throw a teammate up there, and then you can split apart and they can go different ways. I think it makes the micromanagement quite cool because you can be doing different things, like 3 different things at once. And one benefit of the Wii U gamepad actually, and it's kind of cumbersome, but the way I played it was I had the Wii U gamepad in my lap, and I was playing with a Wii Remote and nunchuck, which sounds stupid, but that's how they advertised the game, though. Like every
So
time they
weird,
showed it,
yeah.
it's like gamepad by the TV, playing with Wii Remote and nunchuck. But you can make orders on the gamepad, like tell people to go here, and it's just like you've got this map you can move at all times. So I think it enhanced the micromanaging. To be honest, it wasn't just some gimmick.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
you know, Louis as a character, added something to Pikmin 2, but I having Louis there felt like it didn't really change much of my strategy, but maybe I'm just inefficient.
Mm.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, it's very much Dandori. You're right. Dandori is the term. Live chat.
Very true. But yeah, Pikmin 3 making the top 10 for the Wii U. But let's go ahead and move on to number 7, beating out Pikmin 3 by 330 points.
It's actually really hard to guess. I think I know the contents of this list, but I have no idea where they are arranged. I'm going to say Captain Toad again.
Okay. This is a bit of a weird guess because this also would be like in its own 2010s indie discussion, but I feel like people might associate it with Wii U. So I'm going to say Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Going with Shovel Knight. All right. So we got Shovel Knight and Captain Toad. All right. At number 7. How would you guys like to go to Nintendo Land?
No. This should be way higher.
Yeah, I was thinking about that and thought it might be higher. Yeah, okay, interesting.
No way. What else?
I wasn't sure. Honestly, I wasn't sure if it was going to make the list. I know people have come to love Nintendo Land, but it was one of those when it first came out. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
That's because everyone's comparing it to Wii Sports. Everyone's like, "This isn't the Wii Sports that the Wii had. This doesn't justify the gamepad," and it doesn't, sure. But when you just assess the game itself, it's brilliant. Back in the day, I had fantastic multiplayer nights with my friends. We are a group of 5, and so we always like rotated when it came to playing like multiplayer local games. But Nintendo Land came along, 5-player game, 1 person on the gamepad, 4 people on Wii remotes, and then you've got legitimately some of the best asymmetrical games ever. Like Luigi's Mansion is just utterly fantastic. All the chase games are. Mario Chase is brilliant too.
Yeah.
Great co-op games too. Metroid Blast, probably the best Metroid game with Blast in the title.
Yeah.
Every game's a banger though. Like every single one. Donkey Kong Crash Course, wonderful.
Yep.
I remember being so like trying to lock in so much with that game and trying to get through those later courses. My God.
Right. It was funny too.
Also, do you know in Donkey Kong Crash Course, the Wii remote, someone like a second player can slow down time by pointing a cursor at the screen, putting a big slowdown bubble, and you can work together in DK Crash Course.
I didn't know about that. It's crazy. You know, it's funny. The F-Zero series is in a much better place today with like 99 and all the main games available on Switch 2 or Switch. But, you know, back then, this was the first time we had seen any signs of life for F-Zero in a long time with the F-Zero game included in Nintendo Land. And
one of the weaker ones, though, isn't it?
It is. It is. It is one of the weaker ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I played tons of the Luigi's Mansion game more than anything, I think, with friends. We played so much of that on multiplayer nights, and it was a lot of fun.
I love the Takamaru Mysterious Murasame Castle one, because back when Wii U was revealed, there was that throwing a throwing star demo, and they realized that properly. Never did anything else with that franchise ever again, but it was cool to see it come back.
Maybe someday they'll give some proper recognition to Takamaru, but
maybe. I also like the balloon. Is it Balloon Fight or is it Balloon Trip?
Balloon Trip Breeze. Yeah,
that was a cool one. The visual style is really nice. You just sort of flick gusts. It's like Lost Winds. You just like flick gusts of wind to navigate around. That was a really cool way of bringing that series back.
Honestly, we kind of need a Nintendo Land 2. I'm looking through the lineup here because we got Zelda, we got Metroid, we got Pikmin, Mario, Luigi, Animal Crossing, Yoshi. Like, would it be like to see them do like Nintendo Land versions of like Splatoon or ARMS or stuff like that? That'd be interesting to see what they do with a new one.
Yeah, Nintendo Land focused on the gamepad. I guess you could focus on bringing them back with mouse stuff.
Maybe mouse controls, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I saw someone mention, I think actually it might be just you, Derrick. You said Yoshi. That game was quite cool because on the TV you could see where the fruit was, but on the gamepad you couldn't. So you had to like judge two different size displays and try and like work out the route to get to the fruit without missing it. And sometimes it's rotating around, other times it's zigzagging. That was a pretty cool game too.
Yeah. Just a lot of fun ideas in here. Didn't get to try them all out because my friends, I have a hard time convincing my group of friends to play certain games, but we did play at least some of these. And the ones where you chase each other around are definitely the most popular.
Yeah, they're the best ones.
The others got a little too complex. I wanted to play more of the Zelda one just because it was always like, it's just kind of cool.
Natalie in live audience chat mentioned Kirby, and that's weird actually looking back.
Yeah,
there wasn't a Kirby game in Nintendo Land. It's Kirby. He's an A-lister for Nintendo, and he wasn't here. He didn't attend Nintendo Land.
There was a Pikmin game. I'd say that one's one of the weaker ones as well, but most of them are fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's cool it's cool when a game builds up appreciation over time.
Yeah.
Like maybe not recognized at first, but then as time goes on, it's like, wait, no, there was something here. They were cooking here.
Yeah, if you judge this as the game that defines the Wii U, it's not going to be that. But if you just judge it as a party game, I think it's one of the best that I've ever played.
Hard to argue there. So yeah, Nintendo Land at number 7. But let's go ahead and get to number 6, which beat out Nintendo Land by 120 points.
All right, I think we need to scrap some guesses here because 6 isn't very many. And we haven't had
not many left.
No, we haven't had Mario Kart. We haven't had like the Zelda H2 remasters. We haven't had Mario Maker, Splatoon. Like we are running out of spaces here.
I'm getting worried for one of my favorite Wii U games. I was hoping you wouldn't be here, and I think this might be its ceiling. If it's not here, I'm worried. So I'm just going to put it out there. I am.
Yeah.
I want it to be here because it was number 4 on my own list, and I love this game so much. It's so good, and it's not on Switch. You can't play it on Switch yet. So, yeah, I think this is the ceiling for it, though. So I'm going to put it out there. Please let it be Yoshi's Woolly World.
All right. I will say this might be completely off the mark. I'll say Smash because it's huge, but maybe Ultimate's eating at its appreciation a little bit.
I see. Okay.
I can see that. I can see that logic. All right. At number 6, Super Mario Maker.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like this should be a lot higher.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm guilty of putting it at number 7 on my own list, even though I'm thinking, it deserves to be higher, but I did put it at number 7 on mine. So guilty as charged. But no, there's a lot about this game that I still prefer over the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even if the two games were entirely equal, the original would still be ahead, just in terms of what it did. because it was quite a big phenomenon. Like, it was stuck on the Wii U, but in terms of like streaming and content creation, YouTube and Twitch were full of Mario Maker videos.
Yeah, this is probably the most anybody ever talked about the Wii U outside of maybe Splatoon. Like, I don't even think Smash generated. Well, I guess with the new characters. So I think the ones that got the people talk the most about the Wii U was Smash, Splatoon, and Mario Maker.
I would agree.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, all the characters you could play as via the amiibo and the other ways you could play as Hatsune freaking Miku in this game. Like, it was crazy.
You could play as Sonic in a Mario game. Like, it was bizarre.
Yeah.
And there were some problems there. You couldn't search for a level online. You had to use codes each time.
Right.
But the fact that it was so easy just to make a level, upload it, and have people play it was great. And the tools to create things were just as fun as, you know, playing the levels. Like, I'm by no means a creative level designer, but I had a lot of fun just placing little things and experimenting and seeing what works. And it's so quick and easy. And there's some limitations. You can't make slopes, but people found ways around that. Like, you can do some really bizarrely complex things in this. Like, people make like calculators. People made things that shouldn't work in this game. They somehow found ways around to actually develop logic in a side-scrolling platformer, which was wild.
I also appreciate just how weird this Mario Maker was. Like, Mario Maker 2 took out a lot of the weirdness of this one.
It did.
Like, you don't have the weird, like, tall Mario or like elongated Mario or that they had there, or all the other, like, you fall down a random pit and all of a sudden you get a lineup of like 10 different extra special effects where Mario just happens to be falling longer. It was wacky in a way that you weren't quite expecting at all times. And I think that led to a lot of its charm. And yeah, just, it was super easy. It was a perfect fit for the Wii U.
It was.
Mario Maker 2 felt like sterilized in a corporate fashion in a way that Mario Maker 1 never was. And I think that, like you said, that added to a lot of its charm. And Manita said that someone made PT in Mario Maker. I didn't know that. I have to look this up after we're done because I hadn't heard that. Yeah, so many cool things are done with this game. And I think we can all agree they're definitely making Mario Maker 3 with mouse controls. Right? Right now.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
That
great game.
has to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, and fortunately for Mario Maker, like the mouse controls will make that possibly the best version.
Oh yeah.
With all the other updates and whatnot. I hope they just get weird with it again at points. Like, what can they do with it? And it just, do you think they'll have Mario Wonder in there?
How do you make it stand? It's got to stand out from the last two. I say you either put Mario Wonder in, or you make it 3D, or you just make something completely new, like just a completely new style of Mario specifically for that.
Oh, wouldn't that be interesting if you have?
That'd be cool.
Like, just unique rather than have old school. It's just here's new Mario type thing.
I want Game Boy themes like Mario Land 2 styles. That would be
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what they do, but glad I made the list. This feels well deserved. Whether or not it's at the high enough position on the list, hard to say, but I at least made the top 10. So let's go ahead and get to that top 5, where we have a bit of a jump between 6 and 5, as our next game beat out Mario Maker by 800 points.
Oof.
Man.
And again, 5 isn't many. We've still got the 2 HD Zeldas, Mario Kart, Splatoon, and other games.
I wonder if both HD Zeldas will make it, though.
I don't think Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I don't think Twilight Princess is going to make it. Yeah,
Wind Waker will.
I think I'm going to put Smash here. It's on number 3 for my personal list, but I think 5 seems like a good place for it in the overall list.
Oh man, we didn't mention Tropical Freeze. That's
true.
I think people have robbed Tropical Freeze of the legacy it deserves. And for that reason, it's here rather than number 1.
Okay. Rather than number 1.
How dare. So you're saying, John, you're saying Tropical Freeze here? That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
At number 5, Donkey Kong Country Tropical
Nice.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Good one, John. Good one.
Abysmal showing. Tropical Freeze has two faults. Fault number one: the bonus rooms are whatever. You can ignore them though. You can ignore them. You never have to touch them, but they are whatever. Fault number two is some boss fights gone for too long. Otherwise, platforming perfection. Just like every level is wonderful. Every single one. Not a single one I go, oh, no, not that one. I embrace them all. They're all wonderful. What more can you say? Amazing platformer.
It's a wonderful, fantastic, phenomenal game that does deserve to be higher for sure. I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it didn't get snubbed like Yoshi's Woolly World probably is at this point. But no, this is a fantastic game. It also brought Diddy and Dixie back into the spotlight along with Funky and Cranky. What can you say? The music is fantastic. David Wise delivered another banger. Seashore War lives rent-free in my head to this day. And that's a good example of this game telling a story without having more cutscenes than just the intro and ending, right? It kind of tells a story through the level design and the music. And the Snowmans were a great villain. To love their designs. This game was just brilliant. It was better than Returns. I think Returns gets robbed a little bit. I think it's better than people give it credit for, but Tropical Freeze is definitely just better in every way.
You can see how they refined a lot of it with the rocket barrels and the how crazy they go with the mine carts at time. It's actually kind of weird going back to the original Donkey Kong Country games and realizing like the mine carts weren't featured that often.
No, it was quite rare.
Yeah.
Jacob once says it. Yeah, Jacob once says it quite well. He said, "I didn't like DKC Returns much, but I love Tropical Freeze." And I think that's going to be true for a lot of people. Tropical Freeze has this energy to it. Ash was saying about David Wise's score, but that you're buying an album with this game. Like you've got so many brilliant tracks. And it sets the vibe to a different level. Returns was very much like, here's the forest world, here's the water world, here's the lava world. Tropical Freeze doesn't really do that. Every level feels different from the last. And a lot of them have continuity from each other in a really cool way. And I love the final world, because you're returning to DKC Returns. You see some levels in the background. Like the first DKC Returns level is in the background of the final world. But it's evolved it in a cooler way, and it manages to use like the nostalgia of that game to deliver way bigger punches, and it is just better in every conceivable way. Like I can't think of one aspect of Returns that I prefer over Tropical Freeze.
No,
agreed.
I can't either, honestly.
Agreed. Yeah.
It is just a better game in every way. There's so much spectacle as well.
Yeah.
It stands out so much, and just Retro at the top of their game to the point it was like, okay, where's our follow-up? Like what's Retro doing? If they're not working on Metroid, give us another Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Right.
Fortunately, we're now in the year 2025 where we have a new Donkey Kong, not made by Retro, but a great Donkey Kong, and presumably Metroid on the horizon from Retro. So things are finally coming together after.
I'll say one thing. I thought Returns did better than Tropical Freeze. I know it's crazy, and this is more of a personal thing, but I feel like Returns did challenge better. I feel like Returns pushed me harder with its challenge levels than Tropical Freeze ever did at its hardest. And that's a personal thing. That is not necessarily an advantage, but I like being pushed and challenged in platformers for the optional content, and I feel like Returns did that slightly better.
You mean in
that's
like
the only thing?
Like when you find other Kong letters and you go to those?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
but that's the only thing. Yeah. Those temple levels, exactly. Manita. Yeah.
So hard to say have much else to talk about in this game because we've talked about it so often on this channel. Know we love it. So,
yeah. The true number one and number 5.
All right, well, let's see what you guys think. Number 4 is beating out Tropical Freeze by 240 points. No, 30 points. 230 points.
Man,
I can count.
Okay, so again, we're very low in games here. This might be 3D World's place.
I'm gonna go for Wind Waker HD here.
Okay.
Yeah,
we haven't got many spaces. Mario Kart, Smash, Splatoon, 3D World, and Wind Waker, and that's not enough for all those games.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Wind Waker. It could be, or Manita said Splatoon. It could be Splatoon as well. Man, I'll go Wind Waker. I'm just gonna go Wind Waker.
All right.
All right. Would you decide on, John? I don't know.
I was 3D World.
3D World. That's right. That's right. All right. At number 4, Ash, you should have stuck with it. Splatoon.
No.
Oh.
Nice. Damn it. Well, at least Manita got it right.
Yeah.
Good job, Manita. Yeah. I thought Splatoon would be higher, actually. I thought it would be like, just because there's so much, the fans really turn out for Splatoon, and I thought it would be higher, but this is a good place for it.
I think for every single one of these games that I've revealed, you guys, after Breath of the Wild, I was like, I thought that would be higher. I thought that would be higher. Like, what is you guys' top 10?
I think I'm letting my biases show, because I feel like Tropical Freeze and Xenoblade X and Mario Maker and Splatoon, those are like the games that mean Wii U to me, and we're just sort of seeing them way sooner than I thought. But I don't know. Yeah.
But
I mean, what can you say? It launched a new, a brave new IP for Nintendo. It was one of the, for the first in a long time, really, since Pikmin, I would say. Splatoon was kind of the standard bearer for a brand new IP from Nintendo in a time where people are like, yeah, let's see something new from them. Let's see, we see Mario, we see Zelda, we see Metroid, well, not Metroid so much at the time, but Kirby. They're like, let's see something new and fresh. And Splatoon literally was that. It was fresh and a brand new thing for Nintendo to try. And obviously it's been extremely successful. Now we're 3 games in. We got a spin-off on the way. Splatoon is heralded as one of Nintendo's biggest, most important IPs, and for good reason.
It was a really cool innovation on shooters as well, because it wasn't necessarily about killing the opposing team. There isn't a game mode that's just deathmatch. It's more about objective-based stuff, and Turf War is just the basic one. And Turf War as a concept's brilliant. Your ammo is the objective, just to cover everything in ink. And the mechanic of recharging your ink by getting more movement in squid form is a really cool mechanic, because not only are you recharging your ink, but you're also able to move fast. You can escape an area. If you've inked everywhere, you've got a big track to go down. It's just really, really smart design. And then you have all those rank modes, which are brilliant as well. And the single player is brilliant. It's a really clever game. I think you can't take that for granted 3 games in, but those core mechanics are still really, really good.
I vividly remember it being revealed and a lot of people being like, "What the heck is this?" But it was at E3, and they had it playable there after the reveal, and people would go play the rounds and be like, come back from it. It's like, I get it. Like this is it all makes sense. It all clicks. This is something special. And then they started putting out more and more about it. We got the introduction of the Squid Sisters, which again, when you first see that and have this song, it's like, what in the world is happening? Because you're just not used to what they're trying to do with this world. And to have it all come together. And I think those test fires sold that game. Like giving people hands-on a chance to actually play it. Yeah. It's like, bam. I was like, yeah, we get it. Hands-on sells Splatoon and on Wii U.
And they also did such a great... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, in live audience right now, they're saying it popularized gyro, and that's what I was about to say. Nintendo had gyro in a couple of games, like Ocarina of Time 3D predated this, but having it as the basis of all movement on by default, I think it opened a lot of people's eyes. And after Splatoon, basically every Nintendo game with any form of aiming has gyro now. Every Zelda game has gyro. Mario Odyssey has gyro, and when using the tank or when viewing something, it just became a standard for them. And after that, on the Switch, like most third parties were encouraged to have gyro in their shooters. It made people realize that this makes analog sticks feel a little bit dated in a way. So when it comes to fine movement, like when using a sniper rifle, gyro is the way to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally agree. And it was also brilliant in the way that it brought people like me. I'm terrible at shooters. And it brought people like me into the game where I felt like I could still participate, but just being able to ink turf, like just shoot around and ink all the turf I can. You don't have to be really good at 360 no scoping everything to enjoy this game, right? And not only that, it did a great job from the off of really establishing the lore and making the world feel really lived in and interesting. Now that the games have their own like in-universe bands that come back from game to game with new songs, and there's lore there. And then I also like to say that Splatoon 1 has one of my favorite final battles ever. That's one of the best tuned final battles because it really tests your skill with all the concepts they've introduced throughout the game. It's never too hard, but it's just hard enough that it really feels exhilarating. And I love that final battle.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And yeah, it really is just a standout new IP. And again, maybe because it was on the Wii U is how it helps stand out. Like have something so new. Like it's like to have a new IP take off so much on the Wii U of all things and just become that big that they have Hatsune Miku like concerts in Japan for the Splatoon characters.
Yeah.
It says something.
So. Agreed.
Yeah. Not surprised Splatoon made it on here. And
no.
four, I can see it being a little bit higher, but 4 feels pretty appropriate to me. Let's go ahead and move on to our top 3. And number 3 beat out Splatoon by 800 points.
800? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So we're dealing with Smash, Mario Kart, Wind Waker, or 3D World.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think 3D World didn't make it.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be in favor of the Switch version on that list.
Yeah.
Huh.
But then Mario Kart is like the ultimate Switch game at this. Like that's the best-selling Switch game. So maybe people nerf that one off their list.
Yeah, and just replace with Deluxe later on. I mean, Smash I also feel was largely overshadowed by Ultimate, so I'd be surprised if it was higher than 3. I mean, I have my own reasons that Smash Wii U was so iconic, but like I feel like it's been largely overshadowed by Ultimate. I guess I'll go with Smash. I don't really see Smash going above 3, but
okay.
Yeah.
I will stick with Mario Kart in that case then. So two quite similar games.
Yeah.
All right. At number 3, Ash, you got one. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U.
Nice. I was like, it's got to be. They're not going to leave Smash off the list entirely, right? It's freaking Smash. That's nice to see, though. This was the... Yeah, I think it's easy to forget how long we had to wait between Brawl and Smash Wii U. Smash had been gone for a long time in between, and so we had to kind of fill the time with games like PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, right? And but Smash Wii U came roaring onto the scene, and of course, I'll never forget that morning, that direct where Mega Man was revealed, and that was it. I was good. I was like, holy shit, it happened. My internet died right when it happened too. It was funny. But yeah, this was the one that brought me Mega Man. So it's always going to have a special place in my heart. Obviously, Ultimate is a better game in every way. But this was the Mega Man Smash. How could I not love this game to death?
Yeah. I think what's important to talk about with like every Smash is none of them replace the next mechanically. It's like Smash 64, Melee, Brawl, they are totally distinct. Smash Wii U, it's not replaced, but I think it is the most iterative mechanically, though.
Sure.
Like, you can feel where it went from Brawl to Ultimate. It does feel different, though. Like if you go back and play every Smash, this is going to feel distinctly different. Not always in the best way, though. I think when launching a character, it feels like they're just slipping through custard, kind of.
It's very slow.
Blow away, yeah. But it makes it valuable, though. It's not just Ultimate Beta. It is a different, distinct, standalone Smash.
Yeah. And, it's also our last hurrah of trophies, if I remember.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
Last one was trophies
after this, which you don't really think about how much development time it took just to model all these different characters and have little blurbs about them. But, man, just the hype cycle for Wii U was fascinating to see. What all they were putting in there, what's new and different, and then the DLC. The DLC really cared that
Cloud
just kept you interested in it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cloud and Ryu and bringing back Lucas and Roy and
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. Yeah. It's just like, oh wow. It kept you involved. So that, and because everyone is here aspect of it, it does much more naturally roll over into the Ultimate. But yeah, it was really cool to play. Really cool to play. Classic mode sucked.
Yeah, it did.
It did. Yeah,
And,
it did.
Smash Tour wasn't great either.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It's probably the Smash game with the worst modes.
Yeah, it was cool that they did the GameCube adapters, and people were like, "Oh, can we use this in other games?" And like, no.
yeah.
You can on the Switch, but back on Wii U, like you're like, "Oh, can I use it in Wiimote to play like Sonic Colors with a GameCube controller?" It's like, no, that will not work for whatever reason.
Right. You know, and for as much as Ultimate overshadows it, there are some stages, a handful of stages that are still exclusive to Wii U, like Orbital Gate Assault and Jungle Hijinks, Woolly World. Which I'd never understood why they didn't bring that back. But I have so much love for this game. And even compared to the Ultimate hype cycle, which we all know was amazing, there was no time quite like pre-release time for Smash Wii U with all the leaks happening. The ESRB leak, remember that? People thinking that Shulk was a Photoshopped Little Mac. That time was crazy, and I miss it. It was really fun.
That is...
one big bonus over Ultimate actually is the custom moves. Every single character, not just like the Mii's. Every character had different moves you could change in and out. Multiple actually. It wasn't just
really
like
cool
here's one. Those
that was a pain in the ass.
They were, yeah.
And also, I'm the character that benefited the most from them getting rid of all those custom moves, though, is absolutely Palutena. Because Palutena looked amazing in her reveal trailer. And then they reveal, like, no, that's all mostly custom moves. It's like,
right. Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, Smash continues its reign on all these lists. So, number 3. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our number 2 Wii U game of all time, beating out Smash by 50 points.
Okay.
Excuse me. I apologize. 180 points.
That's quite a misread there.
I forgot to look at the other decimal. I'm sorry.
It's quite difficult. Like, either Mario Kart or 3D World didn't make it, or maybe people have been cool and put Bayonetta 2 up here,
or maybe Wind Waker didn't make it. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
I guess for this one, I'm going to go 3D World. I'll go 3D World.
I'll go Mario Kart 8 because I feel like Wind Waker's number 1.
Okay.
All right. At number 2, Mario Kart 8.
Nice. Okay.
And this was a bonkers game. Because up until this point, I think Mario Kart was always just an accepted thing. You know, like it was just the party game you got with the system. It was never this big high budget thing. Mario Kart 8 felt expensive. It sounded expensive. The soundtrack was unreal. But even to this day, like it has really good lighting, really great graphic design. It's just a beautiful game for the ears, for the eyes, and mechanically, you know, it basically did what 7 did again with the glider and the underwater vehicles, but it just felt bigger and better. Really, really great courses. Battle mode sucked, but otherwise it was just a brilliant.
I'll be honest, I've never really cared about battle mode in Smash. I always just rather
in Mario Kart,
in Mario Kart,
Sorry, in Mario Kart.
I mean, I like battle mode, but as a supplement, I don't go to play it, but I like to mix things up every now and then. And Wii U's just wasn't good at that, but it was great at so many other things. Even like Mario Kart TV, like back in the day, you could take your Mario Kart clips and put them straight to YouTube from your Wii U.
Right?
You remember that?
That's crazy.
It's weird to think about, but you could do that, and it's not exactly the most refined way of doing it, but you could still do it.
Yeah.
It's one of those which just it felt like everything hit. Like the tracks really feel like the star of the show.
Yeah.
In this Mario Kart more than almost any other. I feel like
the
anti-gravity
really opened up the designs, like the anti-gravity thing that really
and it helped. Give personality to returning courses as well. Like it blew my mind. I forget what the course is called, but the one where it's just a simple like loop that goes up in the sky. That was a Game Boy Advance track. I played the original and like obviously that's not a thing, but it feels so much more boring without
it. Does for sure.
Yeah. This is just and plus the DLC that we got is easy to forget now in the Switch days because we got the Booster Course Pass. But for the original game that brought other Nintendo IPs into the mix for the first time was Zelda and Animal Crossing, which is really cool.
Yeah, and F-Zero.
And F-Zero, yeah.
Now there's some F-Zero representation. There's some
there is
courses.
Yeah. There's some crossovers in the Mii costumes too. You can scan like the Mega Man and Sonic amiibo and get them as Mii costumes, which has felt crazy as well. Yeah, but it rightfully sold so much on the Wii U and sold so much on the Switch because it is just such a high effort Mario Kart. And it's debatable about whether it's still the best one or not. I think in some ways it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alpha Lion rightly notes we did get Wii Sports in Mario Kart 7, so technically that's the first time.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean. But no, this game is it's just phenomenal. And even 10 years later, on before we got Mario Kart World, as you were kind of touched on, John, this game still manages to look really impressive all these years later after release. 12 years on now. It's a game that still reminds me in a weird way of like being a kid and going to the arcade and seeing graphics that you couldn't get at home, even though obviously you can get this at home and you play it at home. But for some reason, it's a game that every time I look at it, it wows me still all this time later. And it probably shouldn't, but I'm just like, this game just looks so damn clean 12 years later. It's crazy.
Just don't choose Donkey Kong because he looks weird. But
right.
Everyone else looks great.
Especially now, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether this also made the Switch list. I expect it to, but we shall find out. But it's time, fellas, for our number one Wii U game of all time, beating out Mario Kart 8 by 420 points.
Okay. I think we both think it's Wind Waker, don't we?
I guess so. It's 3D World. Yeah, I guess 3D World will probably be on the Switch list.
All right.
And there was not a lot of love for the OG 3D World. It's true. So
let's say both 3D World and Wind Waker. But we are putting a little pin on Wind Waker, though.
All right. So both of you expect Wind Waker, but you're also just to cover your bases saying 3D World.
Yeah.
All right. At number one, it's a good thing you covered your bases because it's Super Mario 3D World.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm happy that the best Wii U game isn't a GameCube game.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little surprised just because the Switch version I thought kind of did overshadow it and is obviously better. And I also just felt like people were kind of down on 3D World at the time of its release. I wasn't. I liked it. Loved it.
I don't remember people being down on 3D
Really?
World. I remember them being I just
maybe it was more they were down on the reveal.
This is surprisingly great. Like
I think Odyssey
more down on the reveal.
Because at the time there was disappointment. Like, people who played it loved it, but before launch and even after, people were like, "This is not the Wii U's Mario 64. Where's the real big Mario game?" And I think the big problem that Wii U had as a general is it felt like a lot of its games were also on the 3DS. Like 3D Land's a different game, but when the big console Mario is a sequel to the handheld game, it didn't hit the same. And after Odyssey gave us that big sandbox, I think it becomes really easy to respect 3D World for what it does, rather than just criticizing for what it isn't. But as a side-scrolling 3D Mario game, it is so far above 3D Land in its creativity. One thing I love about 3D World is like you're in a world that looks like the desert world. And only like 2 levels in that world are sandy. Like they go to their own themes, they do what they want, and they're so creative and well designed. A brilliant 4-player game as well, or a 5-player game if you want to tap the gamepad around a little bit.
Yeah. No, the multiplayer aspect definitely gives it its own vibe. Just because I've seen so many playthroughs of people just causing chaos amongst each other as they try to accomplish things, and things just go to havoc. And having it all be distinct characters, having them all control differently, was fun. And as I said, the initial reveal, people weren't hyped for this. Not great. That second reveal, though, where they finally fleshed out the gameplay and everything, was like, oh, this looks amazing. Actually, listen to that music and all that, and some pretty fun bosses, all things considered, and great theming to Bowser's final.
Bowser.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
I honestly, I adore this game. The Switch version definitely is better with the way it speeds up the movement and such. But to this day, I think 3D World is my second favorite 3D Mario, with Galaxy 1 being the first one. But 3D World is honestly right behind it. I love this game so much so that I 100%ed it both on Wii U and Switch. It's just that good. I love this game.
Yeah. I remember playing those Captain Toad missions in every world and being like, they should make a whole game out of these. And like the next year they did. That's how good it is, though. Like the side modes could hold their own game. It just felt like it was just quality all over the place. The power-ups are great too, kind of building off 3D Land, like the Chunky Tail's back and all that. But that cap suit, though, is a really great middle ground, because you don't just fly over levels like some Mario power-ups do. Like you still got to be purposeful with it, but like having that pounce in the air is a really cool momentum move, and being able to climb walls as you find all these secrets. Just an all-around great power-up.
Yeah. I just love it.
It's defining too. But yeah, you're right. You're right about how, it doesn't allow you to just fly over the level, and there's so many unique places to go with it, and again leads into a great final battle. It was fun to see, my son pick it up and just play through it and actually enjoy a lot of the levels and what they can do. And he likes, like, Dad, play with me. So he likes the multiplayer stuff. So I don't know if it'll make the top 10 on Switch.
There's too many Switch games.
With it. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it being here. This makes sense to me, because it is. I'll put it right here. It was on my top 10 Wii U. It is not in my top 10 Switch.
Fair.
Probably not on mine.
It won't be on mine either. Yeah. And I'll say this, as a big fan of the big post game challenges, I think 3D World still does them best. Champions Road, beating Champions Road with Toad is one of my most favorite achievements in gaming ever. Yeah. I was so happy when I finally beat Champions Road with Toad. So fulfilling.
Yeah. So yeah, there's our top 10 Wii U games. How you fellas feeling about that?
Not bad. There's some really important ones to the Wii U that I think should be higher than they are, but they're here. And I guess it's a testament to that there are quite a few great Wii U games, because there are games missing. But Bayonetta 2 isn't here. The HD Zeldas aren't here. Woolly World's not here. There are some genuine misses there. Tokyo Mirage Session's fantastic, but I guess that's what the top 50's for.
Yep. Yeah. So let's get to that top 50 and see what just missed it. So at number 11, missing out on the top 10 by 70 points, Wind Waker HD.
Wow. Okay.
I think we
barely missed it.
We are better off not having a GameCube game in the top 10.
I agree.
It's a great version of it, but I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Number 12, so close, Bayonetta 2.
Oh, wow.
Also like 800 points off, so it wasn't that close.
Oh, geez. Okay.
We just did a video on the Bayonetta games on Switch, and I played through a chunk of them again. And 2 really is so much better than all the others. It's way better than 2. It's a refinement from 1 in every way. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Way better than 3.
Way better than 3. And better than 1. Yeah.
Love Bayonetta 2. It's so much. I'm just addicted to that game. Number 13, another one I agree with. I wish would have been higher. Should have made the top 10, because it's my favorite Yoshi game, Woolly World.
I'm glad it wasn't too far off, but it deserved to be in the top 10. That game is just chef's kiss. It's just so smooth and so chill and so fun. It's just honestly, it rivals Yoshi's Island for me.
I think it's better than Yoshi's Island.
I think it might be too.
I think it's the only Yoshi game that I've said it so many times, and I apologize for repeating myself. But I think Woolly World is the only one that properly balances finding everything while still having a challenge.
I think you're right. Yeah,
not too much of a challenge. Exactly, it balances it well, because Yoshi's Island is either too easy if you're just running through it, or way too hard if you're trying to get 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
And the art style and soundtrack are just phenomenal.
The soundtrack is so chill. It's so good.
At number 14, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD.
It's a good remaster. But again, I'm happy it's not in the top 10.
Same.
Number 15, Hyrule Warriors.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's a brilliant game. But again, that's I think this is around where it probably should be.
It's fair. Yeah.
Agreed,
It's so much content.
Yeah.
So much content in this game. And cool to see how they represented a lot of the characters. But
it's the Wii U Zelda, really, isn't it?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Number 16, Rayman Legends.
I was wondering where Rayman was going to fall. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I wonder how this would have panned out if this never had the whole like multi-platform thing, because it was meant to launch on Wii U exclusively, and then like a few weeks before launch they delayed it to go multi-platform for like 6 months. So I wonder if this would have more of a Wii U legacy if they went through with that exclusivity.
I understand why they didn't, but yeah,
it was the right
feel like
move.
it would have been stronger that way. Yeah, it was definitely the right move to go multi-platform. But yeah, it's one of the first games I picked up on my Wii U. So
yeah, it's a brilliant game.
Love it. 17, lost to Rayman Legends by 11 points. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
There's Captain Toad. All right.
Yeah, Captain Toad's amazing. Captain Toad, I
love
think
this game.
You could quite easily argue as a top 10 game. It's just so great.
Yeah, it almost made my top 10. Just barely didn't, but it was close.
Extremely charming. Number 18, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
Wonderful
game. Yeah.
I'm not a massive Fire Emblem fan. I played a chunk of them, but I still love this one, and it might be my favorite Fire Emblem game.
Nice. The battle system is a lot of fun.
It's really good. Yeah,
fair.
Nice.
At number 19, New Super Mario Brothers U plus New Super Luigi U.
Yeah,
that's pretty low, actually. That's surprisingly
I
low.
think it got to a point with the New Super Mario Brothers games, especially now you have Wonder. Like it's good. It's probably my favorite of the new games, but
I think it's my favorite. That or Wii. They're both honestly really good games, but they do just kind of all mesh together style wise. They all just kind of look and sound the same. Yeah.
And if you're putting a list together of Wii U games, do you put both Mario Maker and New Super Mario Brothers U, or do you feel like Mario Maker just covers it all really?
Yeah, really. At number 20, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove.
Cool.
Nice. I was wondering where Shovel Knight fell. Okay. I wonder if this will make a higher appearance on the 2010s indie list.
Yeah, it will.
I mean,
I hope so.
It's the 2010s indie list is going to be pretty competitive. I've seen people argue that there should be a 5-year thing. I'm not going to do that just because.
Yeah, we're getting too granular at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At that point, I understand wanting in the top 10, but if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. I apologize.
Right.
But that is going to be another fierce competition for the 2010s indies.
That's for sure.
At 21, The Wonderful 101.
Oh, okay. Never got into
Wonderful
101.
Takes so much to get into.
Yeah, I never got into it
It
myself.
demands so much to get into, but once you do, it can be really fun. But such a bar of entry.
I do like it. But of the two Platinum games being Bayonetta 2 and this, I think Bayonetta 2 is just another league.
Agreed.
Yeah.
22, Pokken Tournament.
That was the last one I was wondering. Yeah,
I really like Pokken.
Yeah,
I'd love a sequel someday because there's I think minor improvements would make this something really special.
I think so. At 23, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah, because it's funny. On my personal list, I had this at number 2 because I associate with Wii U because that's where I played it. And it's my favorite kart racer, or one of my favorite kart racers of all time. But I was wondering where it would.
Kart racer of all time.
Yeah, I go back and forth between that and Mario Kart DS. It's like they're both peak for me. But yeah, this game is amazing.
Back in its heyday, I played this mostly on Wii U. Going back now, though, the Wii U version doesn't perform great technically.
Right.
It's got exclusive modes.
PS4 or no PS3.
It's got exclusive modes though. There's those asymmetrical modes, like the one where you play as a monkey ball and you've got to squash all the other players. So there's some cool exclusive stuff. So it's still worth owning on Wii U.
Very cool.
Love this game.
At 24, Game and Wario.
Man, I forgot about that game. Wow, completely forgot about it.
All I remember about it is Franks. That's it's fine, but it doesn't stand out compared to the other WarioWare games.
There's cool stuff in there, but yeah, it's one of the lower WarioWares.
Yeah. At 25, Paper Mario Color Splash.
Okay.
don't
I think that's
dislike.
rather respectable.
Yeah.
Color Splash did improve those things quite a bit from Sticker Star.
It's a fun adventure. Yeah.
Great music too.
At 26, Zombie U.
This is better than Color Splash.
To be fair, it only lost out by 38 points. So it's close.
Zombie U's brilliant. Like it's like one of the best gamepad games on the system. I think you kind of brush it off because it's just a Ubisoft game, but it's like one of the best Ubisoft games.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing it at E3. I never bought it, but I played it at E3 and had a good time with it.
Genuinely quite scary, very nice design, quite clever. Great multiplayer mode. Like one of you is like a god spawning zombies on the gamepad while the other takes them down. Yeah, I think it's just all around really good.
Nice.
At 27, Star Fox Zero.
A bit misunderstood, I feel. A bit misunderstood.
A little bit.
I understand and agree with a lot of the criticisms this game gets, but the core gameplay I think is good.
Yeah, I think with some refinements you could have a really banger game here. I think it should have gotten a Switch version.
I think Zero would have been more interesting if it wasn't a retread of 64. Like keep the gameplay, but just make it its own thing. Make it another sequel, not yet another reboot. You know?
Yeah.
At 28, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
I mean, it's mostly just try in HD.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think this is when I started noticing people getting really into Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It was around this time.
Mm-hmm.
It felt a little bit like one of those buffer games, you know, like there wasn't much to play. So you either played Monster Hunter or you didn't play anything.
Yeah, I guess true. At 29, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Oh man,
cool game.
If the gamepad were HD, this would be brilliant. But like, you get these beautiful visuals and you're stuck looking at a pretty blurry gamepad screen the entire time.
Bring it back with mouse controls. That would be perfect for it. Yeah. This game was great. Yeah.
Yeah, good time. Number 30, NES Remix.
I love NES Remix.
Yeah. Great game.
Clever idea. 31, Affordable Space Adventures.
Another really good gamepad game. And one of the few indies that just sort of stayed exclusive to Wii U because it can't really go anywhere because it's a gamepad designed game.
Yeah, true. 32, Wii Party U.
Okay.
Better than Mario Party in this era.
I mean, it's higher than Mario Party, and it's
better than Mario Party 10.
There's certain modes that are a lot of fun on Wii Party U.
Yeah, my wife and I had some good times with this game.
Yeah, agreed. At 33, Sonic Lost World.
I don't dislike this as much as a lot of people seem to.
No, I like it.
I like it, but man, halfway through the level design just takes a dump.
It does. It does.
You can like specify pinpoint exactly. It's in the ice world where it's just the level design goes off the rails. It's
yeah.
A bit, yeah. I still enjoy my time with it, but it's
it did give us Zaz and his ridiculous quotes though, so I'll always appreciate Lost World for that.
Yeah, and they're still pushing, what is it, Zavik?
They'll never stop with Zavik, will they?
They want Zavik to be such a thing.
Yeah. I think Zaz is playable in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds as well. I think Zaz and Zavik,
Yeah.
Trying. At 34, Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water.
I'm glad this game made it anywhere. I love this game. I really thought this game was great. Honestly, the atmosphere, it's so suffocating. It's a scary game, in my opinion.
And still best on Wii U because it's got the Zelda and Samus outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Which Switch version scrapped because it wasn't published by Nintendo.
Well, but it also you get to use the gamepad as the camera obscura, and that's such a good idea that isn't replicated, can't be replicated on other platforms. But man, I love this game.
Yeah.
35, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Should be higher, honestly. It's great. Best Shantae game.
Yeah. 36, Fast Racing Neo.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah, this wonderful one. I mean, RMX kind of is just Neo, but more. But it's still gorgeous for the Wii U.
It's nice to see people giving it some flowers.
Yeah,
because you hear about it at launch, and then it sort of goes away into the next system launch.
Yeah,
right.
37, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U edition.
Talking about games that should be higher, this is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. Great version of a great game.
One of the best Tekkens, and
Yeah.
lots of really good Wii U exclusive stuff. Like every single character in the game has a Nintendo costume. So they base like I think Panda is Peach or something, and then
Something like that.
Hayahachi I think is Mario. Everyone is just themed after a character. You've got Tekken ballers in there. You can
Yep.
draw and design on people's faces. They went all out with this one.
Yeah. They really did.
Yeah, they did. I played a little bit of it. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
At 38, Pushmo World.
Talk about games
All
that
right.
should be higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's basically a 3DS game in HD, but it's cool.
Still fun.
Yeah.
39, Bayonetta.
Or Bayonetta 1.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, Bayonetta
Yeah.
1.
All right.
So makes sense. Number 40, Freedom Planet.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Freedom Planet. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great game. Still need to play too.
Yeah, I need to play them both. So there's a lot. Anyway, 41, Batman Arkham City Armored Edition.
All right.
I remember this game being
That
a bit
was
of
a
a
thing.
joke, so I'm actually kind of surprised it made the top 50.
Yeah.
I did play the entire thing on Wii U. It
Oh,
was
wow.
cool having the map on the gamepad, like when exploring the city, like just seeing everything. Other than that, it's just Arkham City again, but running a bit worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
42, Shantae Half Genie Hero.
All right.
Shanti's
Another good
showing
game.
up on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is sort of when she really started taking off.
Yeah.
43, Mario Party 10.
All right.
I'm surprised it even made
All
the top
right.
50. Yeah. That's a perfect response to it. All right.
Oh man,
Yeah.
if you're going all right about Mario Party 10 at 43, how do you feel about number 44, Devil's Third?
Oh, geez. Yeah.
I didn't hate it that much. The single player sucks. The online actually quite good.
That's what I always heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legitimately, it is actually quite good. Like a mix of hack and slash and shooter. So if you get close, you're at the mercy of swords, but you can clash each other. I think it's all right. But the single player is just, it's just garbage. But
Yeah.
if you focus on the online, which you can't anymore because it's dead, at one point it was good, kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I've never touched it. I probably should have picked it up just because it's probably incredibly rare now, but whatever.
Mm.
I don't need to, it's fine. At 45, now you get to complain about what the games that did not make it as high as Devil's Third. 45, Scribblenauts Unlimited.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
Scribblenauts
Okay.
Unlimited's cool.
Let's see, 46, DuckTales Remastered.
Yeah.
That should have been above Devil's Third. What? DuckTales Remastered?
That's what I'm saying. Is like
Yeah.
basically
What?
this game should have been above Devil's Third type thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow.
47, Minecraft Wii U edition.
Sure.
All right. I have nothing to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
It,
played
ha-
on
it had the Nintendo pack when it came out. I think it still doesn't Switch. Like that big Mario, there's Mario skins, and there's like a Mario like Peach's Castle that you get bundled with the game.
Mhm.
This might be the only list in which a Minecraft game or Minecraft ranks lower than Devil's Third in the history of the
Will be the
world.
only one.
Yeah. Yeah.
48, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
All right. I completely forgot this game even came out on Wii U.
Me
Wii
too.
U had 2 Assassin's Creeds and 2 or 3 Call of Duties as well.
Right.
That's right. 49, Runbow.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
cool
yeah,
game.
that was quite a big deal on Wii U.
Very solid. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then 50, speaking of Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Cool. To give this game some credit, they pulled the Wii remote controls from the Wii games over, so you can play
Okay.
like traditional controls, or you can point. And for that reason, people played the Wii U version of Call of Duty. I think to this day, are the servers still up? I don't know if they are, but
I have no idea.
last time I checked, people were still playing on Wii U.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, there is our top 50 for the Wii U. I'd say mostly solid. I think if you really look at the top 40,
Hmm.
that's your really good stuff.
It's when you hit
can
Mario
sort of
Party 10 that you go, all right, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's definitely some other good ones, like Resident Evil Revelations is farther down.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I mean, I had people vote for Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound, specifically because they said virtual console. If they just say the game itself, I don't put it. They have to specify that it was part of the digital service. Otherwise, I do not count it. Both of these did.
The one I'm curious about, just because of Batman's placement, is Mass Effect 3.
Sure.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. I wonder if it even been
got vote for it. 46 points, so it would have been in the top 75.
Gotcha. Okay. So, fun list. This is a Wii U is such an interesting time in Nintendo's history.
Yeah. Fast Racing Neo made it. Sheenan's other game, Nano Assault Neo, I think should have been in the top 50 because that was quite
good game. Yeah.
I don't know if that got it. Hold on. Nano.
It's probably been forgotten.
It did not get voted on.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than Mario Party 10. I can tell you that much.
But there is our top 10 Wii U games. Crazy thing. I'm curious what everybody will think of that list and see how that all turned out. Certainly an interesting time to have so many votes and so little variety.
Right. The Switch list in comparison is going to be brutal in terms of just how much there is to vote on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
This list at least shows that the Wii U did have good games and always has had good games.
Yeah.
I think it's just in the modern era, a lot of that stuff is the Switch is borrowed. So what's it left with? And not really a whole lot, but still a decent showing.
Yeah. So next time will be the PlayStation 4.
Nice.
So be interesting to see there. It's also going to be weird because it was weird for me as well. And some people are arguing like, well, why are you doing a top 10 when it's still getting new games? It's like, because we're doing top 10s for everything. We got to get, you want me to discount the stuff from much earlier on that this game has, or these games have. So we're getting into the more modern era as we go along. So, see what our top 10 PlayStation 4 games of all time are going to be next time. Otherwise, though, that is it for the Wii U list. Thank you all so much for continuing to watch. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to GVG, hitting the like button, and ringing that bell. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/GVGaming with plenty of extra perks. So until next time, bye.
Bye.